Hey guys. Sorry if I did that abruptly, but I didn't have it set up. We did that so quick. Thanks, Homestead Aquarius, for sending folks over here. I appreciate it. We got a nice surprise tonight. It was a busy night of lives. I want to thank everybody for coming in. I just was starting to read a great little thing out of my book. Oh, Duncan, you were the first one in. Duncan 1900 Homestead. Thanks for coming in, Brenda. Hedgehog Homestead. I had a good talk with you, girl. It was nice to be on your live. Hey, Larks Homesteadish. I appreciate you being in here. I know this is not your time of night. You're usually in bed earlier. TN Bushcrafter. Thank you for coming on over. Hopefully we won't have any lags and Robert can come over too. Hey, Diva in the Dirt, Maureen Washington, it's good to have you. I hope you can come up on panel sometime, Maureen. I'd really like to just hear you talk about yourself and get to know you a little bit better. And of course, where to begin, you're welcome up on my panel too, as you know. Thank you for coming in. Where to begin, Homestead and Gardening Warrior Q, my girl. I was just looking at my stuff that you and I both eat that has our iodine in it for our thyroid. Our nice seaweed snacks. I was like, yeah, that might not be the snack. Oh, there's Homestead Aquarius. I wasn't scrolled down enough. And Old Ways Gardening and Prepping. Yay, she's among the land of the living. So good to see her be able to talk. Busted up this live stream. Just talk about all kinds of things. Missed it. Oh, okay, you bet. We'll talk about all kinds of things. You got it, girl. Okay, it took me a minute to read that. Hey, Ginger Ninja, what's up? All right, sounds good. Well, there's always people listening that you just don't even realize. Hey, Denise, good to see you. Green Granny too. Denise Pachel. I always put an H before the EL for some reason. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming. If you can hit the thumb for me, just so it sends it out. Okay, I think, and there's my Passamaquoddy. Hey, Sean Beckham, what's up? You've arrived. Oh, hey, Harold, I didn't see you. It skipped. I just saw you just in time. Thank you for coming in. Let me actually make sure my... Oops. Good thing it didn't. There we go. Hopefully it will play on the other side. It's good to see you guys. I'm going to read something and then I'm going to open the panel. Drop the link. I thought this was perfect, especially after some of my friends told me some of the things that are going on in YouTube land. Let me know if you can hear me because I want to make sure I'm loud enough. I'm sorry for the thing in my mouth, but it helps because this room has some dust, as you can imagine. It's where I've got lots of stuff to go through. I love that answer, Maureen. Yeah, it's good to have you in, Sean. Thank you. And Harold, thank you for stopping in. Okay, this is from my book that you guys know that I love, Calm Your Anxious Mind. And it's June 10th. Don't let feelings be the boss. We live in what we believe, not by what we can see. And that's from 2 Corinthians, which is, I think it's paraphrasing, we live by faith, not by sight. But I like kind of the way they paraphrased it. We live by what we believe, not by what we can see. Because sometimes we can make things bigger in our mind than they really are. How are you feeling right now? And yesterday and last week? Odds are you didn't feel exactly the same all those times. Hold on, give me a second. This thing's got to come out of my mouth. I'm going to end up shooting it across the room. Okay. Let's see. Odds are, let me start by that again. Odds are you didn't feel exactly the same all those times. Feelings come and go. Acknowledge and move through them, but don't put them in charge. They're fleeting reactions, not guiding truths. Anchor yourself to what God says is true and know that's not always going to line up with what you see and feel. Live by what you believe. Keep your heart from being troubled by believing him. He's working to protect, help, and provide for you. You can't see all the good he's doing, but you can trust he's doing it. There was a time when a massive army was positioned to capture the prophet Elisha. When his servant saw them, he got really scared. But Elijah told him, "Don't panic. Our army is way bigger." This made no sense to the guy until Elijah prayed for Elisha for his eyes to be opened. They put Elisha through this whole thing, so it's a good thing I kind of know this story. I love this story. So Elijah prayed for Elisha's eyes to be open. Then he saw the hills full of horses and chariots of fire all around Elijah. That's from 2 Kings 6:17. God's army stood ready to fight on their behalf. If your circumstances have you bouncing from confusion to anger to fear, remember that God is working in invisible ways. Hold on to his promises and truth instead of just what you see and feel in the moment. Trust him to be your powerful, ever-present helper. And then it says, Lord, I want what you say, not my feelings, to guide me. I thought that was really fitting. And that was from today. I couldn't believe it. It was like right on the money. This was such a God thing. Got this book in, I guess, John 10. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can see it. But yeah, that was the reading. If I was Fri-Yay, now I'm Satur-Yay. But anyway, yes, that was when he was viciously mocking the prophets of Baal. Yep. Yep. Reminds me of a certain someone we have in the White House that's a VP right now. Of those times. But anyway, I'm going to drop the link. And yeah, we all have those times. I know being an artsy fartsy kind of person, I always want to go with my emotions, and that's not the best thing. And sometimes you really need to take time out and think about what you're doing and what you don't want to do and the outcomes of those things. And sometimes there's not an easy way out, and you have to walk by faith. And it might not look good to certain people, and they might not understand it, but as long as God's got you, that's what matters. So it might be a little messy, but he'll help you work it out. So let me drop the link. And my girls are welcome to come back up if they want to. You know, y'all are welcome to come up, chit chat about gardening or whatever. Old Way said, give her a lot of stuff to think about other than, too much serious stuff. That was our serious stuff. Now we can have fun. There we go. I should be coming over to you guys in just a few seconds. Right where to begin? Yeah, amen to that. Amen to that. Amen to that. I'm telling you, though, sometimes, Jesus is like, turn the other cheek. I don't know, but I'm starting to think that I've got like 5 sets. Hey!
Hey!
Don't you ever feel like you've got like multiple sets of cheeks at this like point in your life?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yep.
That was like perfect. I couldn't believe it.
Mhm.
And it had a second to sit still for a second.
Yep.
You're starting to talk about over on your channel about the animals that you're seeing. And we were talking about certain ones during the day.
Coyotes and
Because Old Ways was the one who said about the mix, and I was wondering if she's still in here. If she could say
well,
what
we have on my brother's cam, which is that was at nighttime. There was it looked like a very big coyote, and we were wondering if it was mixed. And so,
yeah, Always. What was that animal you talked about last time that was it a coyote dog or it was a mix you were talking about? Yep, that's right. What is meant to harm you, God will use to strengthen you. Yep.
Hmm.
Or he'll just pop it down like a volleyball.
Well, and sometimes, some things will.
Coy
Um,
dog. It is a coyote dog mix. Yep.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
A dingo, Sean. Dingo. Dingo ain't my baby.
I used to have a dingo mix. No, yeah, I totally believe that some of the things that we have been through that bring us to the rightful place we need to be.
Yeah.
Some of the things that may happen remind us of who we need to turn to and where our place needs to be and where we need to be aligned with, in our faith and in our family, all of that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, listening to the deer meat for dinner, he had a stroke, and the guy is younger. He's like 47, 48, great shape.
Hmm.
And what happened was they were out getting a gator, and he just downed a Red Bull really fast
Mm.
to go get the next gator. And a woman came and picked him up, I guess, in her golf cart or something to take him to the other side of the lake real quick.
Hmm.
And this was down here in Port St. Lucie. It's on his channel if you guys want to hear the story and not to paraphrase, and also to go over there and just wish him well because now he's back to making videos. But he has to take a lot better care of himself.
Yeah,
Um, here, there we go. But
I get it.
had he not had his stroke where he did, he might not have made it. They were right next to the Cleveland Clinic.
Oh,
Like
wow.
you can see the Cleveland Clinic from where they were capturing that gator.
Wow.
I think his friend took him right over there, the emergency room there. They have a hospital attached or something, and
Hmm.
yeah, like helped him right away. But oh my, yeah, I think
Yeah.
God's placed me right where I'm supposed to be. He's made me stronger through all the bad decisions. And sometimes he is patient because he knows his children.
Hmm.
Yep.
Well, he created every part of us, so
Mhm. Hey, James. Sorry, hun.
Oh, you're
Chit
fine.
chatting. Good to see you. Cashew, it was good to see you. I don't think I got to say hi to you. Thank you for coming in, hun. That was such a good mod.
Hey, Harold. It's good to see everybody.
Yeah, it is. It's great to see everybody this late. I didn't know people would be up this late, ready for another live. With you know,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
usually they'll stay up with me, but very grateful for that.
yeah,
Very
yeah.
grateful, but
That's pretty
didn't
awesome.
expect it. Didn't expect it. But tonight I had pulled some stuff off about different native edibles from Florida, and I didn't know if you guys were looking into like what you guys might know from Tennessee, Kentucky, or your native edible plants. If you had, hey, Freaky Geek, haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Um, but I was like kind of just wondering because I know Gear had the what is it called? The moss rose, which is a common name, but it's
Hmm.
portulaca. And portulaca is actually the classification that's also over purslane or purslane, which is what you can eat, but is also a weed here. We
Mm.
get it. And once you have it, I didn't realize it just casts seeds everywhere and you'll have it for just about ever.
Right.
But if you keep it in like a container too, it's good to have. You can use it for like thickening soups, like it's got a lot of good omega fatty acids. But things like that, like weeds and plants that might be that you guys are learning about in your area. Oh,
Hmm.
hey, Chef Vicker, good to see you.
Hey, GS.
Oh, I bet it is fun tonight. Hey, Garden State Gardener, be careful. Eyes ahead, eyes on the road, Joe. Did you use any native plants, Janice, when you were building your homestead, as far as looking into like trees or anything that you knew would be good but edible?
No, we just left what was here. And then when we moved here, we had a grapevine, and now there's elderberries in that grapevine, like we was talking about.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then the honeysuckle and stuff like that. And
Yeah. And Barry talks about the honeysuckle, so that's the more of a like a native through
Yeah.
Kentucky
yeah,
everywhere.
It's here in Tennessee too, but I don't have any on the property. It's on my neighbor's property, but
Yeah.
and I don't have any elderberry that I know of. But you know, we're working the ground pretty hard, and so I
Mhm.
mean,
You never
I didn't know we had grapevine until we started working the ground, and you know, we don't have any broom sage, and so it's like, oh no, there's
TV.
grapevine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Have you been looking into that since I know you're like a student at David the Good like I am. Tin TV, thank you for coming in. It's good to see
Yeah,
you.
yeah. And I was talking to TN also about it, and just some of it, some of it can actually. I mean, if you trim it back and all of that stuff, it can grow fruit, but not all of them grow fruit. So we'll see.
Yeah.
You know, we'll give it a try.
Yeah.
And
It's just starting to take off, the
mhm,
grapevine? Yeah.
mhm.
Mine too.
and
It's just
and
starting to
then I
grow.
have wild strawberry
Nice.
that I purposely put in an area that I want to grow, and so
And
um,
maybe the bunnies will eat that and leave your stuff alone.
yeah,
Maybe it can be a trap crop for the bunny
trap crop.
rabbits,
Yeah, yeah.
right? You wanna tell what happened there with the rabbits? Because I missed part of that when I
Oh,
was getting ready.
we're still dealing with the rabbit, but I'm hoping that I'm mulching a little more up around my sweet potatoes and stuff that maybe they'll be able to take off and they won't see the sweet potato. I don't
Mm,
know. I don't know
maybe.
what I can do other than
I
catch the bunny.
I I found a baby bunny in my sweet potato vines. A
Yeah,
mommy bunny laid their baby bunny in the sweet potato vines in my
yeah,
house.
because there's food.
Look, it's like, "Here, I'll just leave you
They
right here.
often leave babies in gardens, baby
Yeah, the
rabbits
fridge
do.
is loaded.
Hmm.
I'll
There
only
you
be out for a little while."
go. So
Oh my gosh, it was the cutest little thing all, like, in a corner.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw that on somebody else's channel where they, like, hopped up and surprised them right out of the raised bed,
Mm,
and then they were trying to build something so the bunny rabbits could get out of their raised bed after they were
mm,
ready to go like, when they were ready to go.
mm-hmm.
So they didn't disturb the rabbits, but it showed them, like, pouring something, and somebody was like, "Oh, and then I just poured this down the bunny rabbit's hole and killed them all."
Yeah.
No, no,
The
that was a
scary thing
jump cut.
about wild rabbits is they carry so much disease, and there's
Mhm.
and stuff like that. And you don't want them anywhere near
Yeah,
your domestic rabbits in any
yeah.
form. But
Yeah, TN knows about that because they can carry a disease like, it's like an Ebola for rabbits. They can
hmm, yeah,
kill them really bad.
yeah. In fact, I think I had a bunch of kits, and I think they got whatever was because I had them on the ground in a tractor,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
was moving them around, and I lost like half.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Well, were they just were they in with mama?
No, mama, no, they were separated. They were like
Oh, okay.
8 weeks old, so they were
Have you
separated.
seen the rabbits are like mama is just such a good mama that she like licks their ear off? Like when they get older, they have one ear because she just over clean them
Oh, really? No, I
from like
haven't seen that.
from maybe a little OCD or just wanting to be a good mama. Yeah, you can look it up online. There's plenty of rabbits that have just one ear because their mom over cleaned them.
Huh. Maybe that's why they need it. I mean, wild rabbits get rid of their kids pretty young. I mean, it's really like really young.
Yeah, yeah.
So, yeah.
They rabbits in general will eat their young rather than a predator eating it.
Huh.
As so I've heard. I don't know. I've never
Cats
had
have been known
rabbits.
to do that too.
What has?
Cats.
Really? Ew.
Mhm.
At least
Or if a cat if a kitten has a disease, they'll eat the baby. Like if it's born
Mhm.
not
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm so glad we're not like that as humans. That could get really bad and gross.
Yeah.
That's your next movie, I'm sure, coming out from Hollywood. They just won't make it us. They'll make it some kind of alien race that That's all.
At least eat the rabbit. Well, yeah.
Yeah, as long as they're not diseased. Yeah, eat the
Mhm.
rabbit. That's how do they know that? Like, I always wondered that. I saw that on Alone one time
Mhm.
where they showed, but it was after the fact they had eaten it and they didn't feel so good, and they went and they looked again or something at the innards or saw it, and they're
Yeah.
like,
Well, you
"Ugh, it was."
you examine. I mean, even when I I grow meat birds and stuff like that. When I always look at their insides and see if they're healthy, because if they have any weird growths or anything, you don't want to
Sorry,
eat.
Duncan. Yeah, sorry. She just told me she was waiting for me for 20 minutes and then refreshed the page, and I was live. I was reading that while you're talking. Go ahead
Oh.
again. What were you saying, Laura? Sorry. Trying.
Yeah, when even like stuff that you grow, like meat birds and stuff like that, I
Yeah.
always check their innards and make sure that they're healthy.
Like, what are
Because
you looking for? Even Janice, too, from
weird
processing meat.
spots and things like that, just gross and spots
Green,
and
yeah, meat
especially.
chickens, green muscle disease.
Hmm.
What's it called?
Green muscle disease, where the meat will actually be green,
Hmm.
Ew.
which
There
we
you
have
go.
never had it. But I don't. It's not like um something like the whole flock will get.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe one or two from
Hmm.
certain things. So
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, the ancestors knew which ones to eat always. I'm not against eating them. I just don't know. I don't want to get sick from them. I don't know what to look for because that just wasn't ever part
Well,
of my life.
the muscle disease, and then also, like, you look at their liver is really good,
That's
and
what that's what they looked at, I think, on Alone. They saw the liver after, I guess. They didn't
yeah,
examine it well enough
and
after they ate.
worms and stuff like that.
Whoa.
yeah,
Amber
my mom
Alert,
was doing that too.
What is that? Is that for
Amber Alert,
oh,
Amber, golden
I thought it was
alert,
a
yeah.
tornado.
7-month-old female, hazel eyes,
Oh
brown
no.
hair.
No. Oh. Hope they find the baby.
Yeah,
7 months old. I hate those.
yeah,
It went
Where
through
it
my
just
phone too, so it must be.
Amber Alert here too. Yeah, they must be running.
yeah.
That's not good.
No,
What's the description? Since we're open and we're live, what's the description? Are they saying just 7 month old what? Male, female?
I lost the thing now.
I'm sorry. That's what I was thinking old ways. I'm sure Laura's thinking that too after working foster to adopt. Yeah. Non-custodial parent is the
Hmm.
first one they look at.
Usually is.
Hmm. Oh heck, yeah. One of our moms ran with a sibling. Yes, Duncan. Lord, please protect that child and bring him home safely. In Jesus' name, amen.
Last seen wearing a diaper.
That's all they don't say with who or anything.
No, mm-mm.
Oh no, that's not
Just
good.
7-month-old female, hazel eyes, brown hair, last seen wearing a diaper.
Hazel eyes, brown hair. There too works. Oh, brown eyes where you were. Brown or hazel eyes where she is.
Hmm.
Oh man. Yeah, I hope so, Old Ways. I hope it's that one and they don't get far. We were fortunate the mom was at a visit and just took off and they were caught right away because they were on foot.
We had well, she's still alive. One of the foster girls we were taking care of, her dad didn't want her to live anymore, and so he was coming from Eastern Oregon to Portland to take care of his problem.
Oh my gosh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Oh my.
And so the police were all over it, and we had police guarding the house, and
Oh my goodness.
yeah.
That's horrid.
Yeah.
Well, at least somehow you got a warning though, and he didn't just show up.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they had that happen down here, that issue. We had
Yeah.
the
They
parent. Yeah,
arrested him just outside of Portland, so they were really on the watch for him.
thank God.
So,
That's terrifying. Yikes.
yeah.
Okay, back to gardening because that's like way too intense.
Way too dark. Let's
Way
move
too
on.
dark and intense. So anyway, the native edible native plants, one of ours is beautyberry. Do you guys have that?
Beautyberry?
A
No.
beautyberry?
Mm-mm.
I don't know why they consider it edible. It's really more for making jelly. It's kind of
Mm.
like saying those violet petals are really like you're going to get a lot out of those.
Yeah.
No. We have beautyberry and they're small little berries. They have no like flavor because I went up and picked one because I heard about, oh, everybody's making jelly out of this stuff. And I picked it
Yeah.
off. And like, what? It doesn't taste like, how are they? What? I don't know if it just makes like with the sugar, it makes a different flavor, but it had like hardly any flavor at all.
Hmm.
But we do have blueberry here, which I didn't know. It says we have the rabbit eye and the southern high bush
Huh.
varieties. I didn't know that that was like an edible native. Cabbage palm, you have to kill the whole cabbage palm. There's no way. But if you're hungry and you can recognize the cabbage palm, you eat basically their heart. The heart is edible. Let's see. There's This is the one I want to go looking for and look it up later. It's called the Chickasaw Flatwoods plum. This is for I think mostly all Florida, not just down near me. The Florida, it's called Bethany. We have the Maypop, like a lot of states do. I think both of you guys get Maypop too. I think Robert has the Maypop. I've seen it. We have the muscadine grapes. I didn't know we have pecan. I knew Georgia did, so I'm wondering if that's like the upper. Yeah, you guys can feel free to look it up on your computer. I didn't know though that we could grow pecans. It says that I can grow. It grows from Pensacola to Miami. I thought it would just grow the northern part of the state.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I'm trying to grow some pecans right now.
What?
I'm trying to grow some pecans right now.
I want to grow. I want some pecans. That's one of the ones I think I can have that I won't like react to. Have a bad reaction to.
So how'd you find your native edibles? Is that what you looked up in?
Yeah, just look up, and it's usually like we have UF. Like if you're in Florida, this is our gardening extension, and that's where I got this list. Then I looked up weeds and a lot of stuff too. If you are in Tennessee, Old Ways knows a lot about that. You can check out her channel, Old Ways Gardening and Prepping.
It says we have dandelions, blackberries, and pawpaws.
That's it? I would think you guys would have more than that.
Well, there's a whole bunch of other like cattails and bittersweet and wheat. And
I didn't know that was the first thing that came up for us too, is cattails.
Yeah, which
we have wings.
Cattails.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I know you can eat cattails. I just didn't think. I mean,
I've heard of that too. You can eat daylilies too. You can use them, the blossom, like blossoms. Yes. I've heard some of them are good. You've got to pick the right color. I guess the white and the yellow are supposed to be sweeter. From what I was researching. All right. There we go. Yeah, this one was really cool that I found. She did charts. She has it on Etsy too that you can buy it, but it had it all broken down too. Florida wild plants used for salad greens.
Pine needles, wild lettuce.
Oh, always says cattails are delicious. Do you have that on your channel on how to fix them? Sean. Yes, maypop is passion flower, exactly. It's a type of passion flower.
Plantain.
Thank you, Tin TV,
Broccoli.
for coming in.
Okay.
That was a
Yeah,
surprise. Tin TV's channel is great for especially conservative leaning folks. They talk about what's going on that might be coming our direction and things like that. Really informative. Kind of the news modified in a conservative leaning direction. And what you can also see going through maybe Congress that won't be so good, that you might want to contact your representatives for. So,
Oh, it's so funny.
Tin TV.
Under starting a food forest.
Mhm.
Our favorite author is David the Good.
Really? That's awesome. There you go. You
Yeah.
can start a David the Good Club
Mm-hmm.
where you're at. This is the other list I came up with. I didn't even know what a pot herb was. Never heard it called that. But my purslane's on there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was going back to what I was saying before. Always, I'm curious because I've read discriminating stuff about moss roses and like portulaca supposedly being edible, but it sounded like they confused it with purslane because they were saying it can thicken stews and it's got omega, and I'm like, that's purslane. I know they're part of the same family, but usually I don't think you eat the moss roses. I know medicinally it has a use, but I don't know if you eat it. Oh no, Homestead, you can't hear. That's not good. Oh, okay, that makes sense, duh. I've never heard it called that before. Greens you put in a pot, Carol. Old ways told me. Instead of just popping in and eating. No, you don't just eat wild lettuce. That's right. Cook it down, don't you?
All the ones that it's coming up with is just stuff I've already mentioned.
Yeah.
Other than, I didn't know that cattail was something that you could eat or would want to eat or any of that.
Thank
I
you.
seen
for
a few years ago. They made like flour out of it and everything.
Mhm.
Oh,
I
really?
was like, well, we're gonna leave our cattails in the pond then.
Yeah.
I know. I need to. I'm surprised we don't have it, but it might not be a native for us. Maybe it was brought. This is such a good. I have to give her credit, and it's a Florida wild plants used for beverages and teas.
That's cool.
I want to get the purple passion, but you use the ripe fruit, of course. But what was the other one? They have elderberry.
Yeah, we
They
have
say
wild.
using the dried blossoms. They
Mm.
don't. They didn't say about
The actual
using
berry.
berry. That's weird. I guess because you have to cook the berry down. Maybe that's
You
why.
do, yeah.
That's why they probably didn't list it. Blackberry, you can use dried young leaves.
Mm-hmm.
I would be like, with all this, there can be a certain toxicity, and looking up, this is not advice I'm giving anybody. This is for
Mhm.
entertainment, blah, blah, blah.
Grape leaves you can eat too.
What was that?
Grape leaves.
Yeah, Mama Al did a thing on her grape leaves and pickling them.
Mm-hmm.
Pickling them. Okay.
And
Let's see.
hosta, I didn't know you could eat hosta leaves. And my hostas are huge.
Yeah,
All the
deers love those for food.
They're totally edible, and so is the root, I believe. But yeah, deers love.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you had to cook them. I've always been told you have to cook the elderberries.
See, I was always told, and you was talking about eating the flowers, but I
Mhm.
was told that everything on it is poisonous except for the berries.
Yeah, there's a
Mm,
lot of.
So I don't know. I just let them
misinformation.
go
So
to
yeah,
taste.
be careful. Marigolds are edible and have many other uses like dye essential. Yeah, essential oil. I share a list of 15 uses for. Oh, okay, cool, Pastor McQuaddy. Okay, but the other thing was something about nope, about Wait a minute.
Nope, all
Um,
lies to what?
To the
About
elderberry.
elderberry?
Just talking about the elderberry, yeah.
Yeah.
Are different, yeah, from purslane, flowers and seeds on moss roses. Okay, so the flowers and seeds on moss roses. Put grape leaf on top of pickles when you can them, and they will keep your pickles crisp. Yes,
Yeah,
somebody
that's what I've
mentioned
heard too.
that.
Yeah.
Somebody mentioned that.
Well,
Grape berries, dried leaves.
all I have to do is go outside.
Persimmon, you can use the dried leaves and the dried ground seeds for jellies and jams. Why not use the persimmon fruit? Isn't that a fruit? Anyway, I just thought this is from Sharon's Florida. Hold on, wait, no, that's not her. Is it? Yeah, Sharon's Florida. It's called. And Florida's wild. It's called Florida's Wild Edibles.
I
But
need to look up more about Kentucky's wild
yeah,
edibles.
and the trees are. I didn't know we had the red. Well, that's everywhere. You guys should have it too. Is the red mulberry tree? It's supposed to be
Me,
native.
my friend does, and she doesn't live 10 miles
Hey,
from
Ryan
here.
Trap Fishing, what's up?
So I was like, we need to go hiking. I need to look
Yeah,
for palm trees and mulberry trees.
right.
And start
Because those elderberries
getting
just
clippings.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Her
I
air
know.
layer, if nobody else knows it's there. Just
They
air
cut
layer.
down some walnut trees on our property. I'm like, oh, but I could get walnuts from that. He was like, no, they don't produce walnuts.
Oh, really?
What?
No, there's a walnut tree that doesn't. It's kind of like the grape.
Is it like that bear? Is it like that pear tree though? That's really a problem. Like what we were talking about before with the Homestead Aquarius. It's that pear that can mate with other pear trees, but it
Oh yeah,
only.
the Bradford pear.
Oh,
That's the pear.
I don't know.
We just cut
Oh,
one of those down,
Yeah,
and those saplings all through the yard now.
oh,
we have saplings of
All
everything
the
through the
roots.
yard.
the pear is really invasive, and then it'll render real pears or good pears sterile.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you don't want it. Hey,
No, we
CR,
mostly
welcome in. Yeah, Bradford. Storms has it too. He deals with the Bradford pear too. So you might have it too, Laura.
So yours
Yeah.
is not black walnut. We have black walnuts, and they do produce
Yeah,
walnuts.
yeah.
And I've
Oh,
collected.
all black walnuts produce walnuts, Old Ways said.
Mm-hmm.
Are they just different like sizes maybe that people think that it's not like a typical walnut? I don't know.
I guess the black walnuts are actually better for you too.
Yeah, unless you're allergic or sensitive to them.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, no, don't get Robert going on those Bradford pears. Basically, Q said he'll preach. He will preach about it.
Yeah,
Good
we
to see you
usually
in,
don't
Bonchum.
use any chemicals, but we're putting chemicals on that stump, and
To get
yeah,
rid of it.
well, everywhere the roots have grown is where little saplings are growing from them too.
Oh,
And they say once you cut it down and the saplings grow, there's thorns on them, and it's hard to like cut them down.
oh
Oh
my
wow.
gosh.
Yeah,
You need to get out that burn torch thing and just like they
Okay.
I
do
got
at
one of those. The weed torches.
fry it and then cut it down or whatever.
Mhm. I want to do that with the blackberry, but it's just used so much fuel because we have so much of it.
Welcome, corn-fed life.
I
Glad
love
you found us. We moved over a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
The conservation will give you trees to replace. Oh, nice.
there's a place here in Kentucky that does too, but we're out of the county for it. So ours was like this big around, like it was huge.
I missed the free tree giveaway during Arbor Day. Could have kicked myself. It was,
I
and that
know.
was free trees too.
I need to get on that.
I've got to put like those days on my calendar, but sometimes they don't talk real loud about them because they tell their friends and the locals that they know first,
Right.
and then you find out about it.
Right.
Yeah, thank you guys for all the likes. I appreciate it. Thanks, Cashew.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Always was asking, do you have another black walnut that could pollinate it?
No,
Laura, do you know?
no, not that I
Oh,
know of.
oh, okay. But I mean, really, sometimes we can't see the trees and they can
Well, I mean,
pollinate
I have so
pretty
much
far away
forest that in this time of year you don't go down into the forest unless you are dressed. Yeah,
in orange,
in,
like a.
well, you. It's just so thick,
Mm.
and there's so many ticks and stuff. It's
Oh
like
yeah, I wasn't
when
thinking.
we went to go get right. We went to go
I
get.
know.
There's a video of us getting a tire out of the woods at the beginning of spring, and
Oh,
it was covered in them.
Are you? Oh,
Ugh.
we need a
oh
two-sided
my!
tape suit for you, Laura. Just rip it off. Maybe
Mhm.
Timu has it, Janice. We could find a two-sided tape
I
outfit.
was in flip flops and shorts. It was hot, and I was
Yeah,
just like, I
Tibor
was
was saying
expecting.
that
I was
in the
like, I
site.
have to get this angle to film, and I stepped into a tick pile. Yeah.
Our
Yeah, I'm
daughter,
just not in that circle yet. That's right, old ways. I'm getting there. I'm edging my way into the circle, the circle of tree trusts, the circle of plant trust.
my husband and our daughter went hunting one day. I think it was turkey hunting. They got in the tree stand and everything, and she's like, "Dad, I'm itching." They get
Like,
home, and she has these itty bitty, teeny tiny ticks all over her.
Hmm.
It
yikes!
took hours.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh my gosh."
Some of them are so tiny, and then other ones are big, and it's
Yeah,
Yep.
are they a different type? Somebody was saying
yeah,
they're. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. The deer ticks are they're bigger, and then those are a different type that
No,
are
I think
teeny
the deer
tiny.
ticks are the tiny ones.
Oh, that's horrible because they're the ones that carry Lyme, right? Or that they all carry Lyme. I
I
really
don't.
have no idea.
I don't know. I don't know. I
I'm not.
should know because my property's covered in ticks. But yeah,
Yeah,
I
ours
Oh,
mean,
too.
well, look and see if there is one. Yeah, seed
I'll
ticks and deer ticks. Yep, seed
I
ticks
mean,
and
Okay.
deer.
I'll be outside and I'll go like this, and it's like, oh, it's like, yeah,
Oh, maybe I'll just stay here in South Florida now after learning about the tick situation up there. Yikes.
no,
Always like, I'll just go in anyway.
yeah,
They don't dare
no.
mess with me.
My husband, he takes out this spray, and I'm like, "Hun, that's got DEET in it." And he's like,
Yeah, but
I don't care."
I think it's better sometimes DEET than Lyme disease. I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah,
You weigh your options. There's got to be something natural.
pain for the rest of your life, or
Yeah,
just
exactly.
don't
I
breathe
still
it in.
don't know if mine's, with Lyme or not. They know. I
Yeah,
don't think they. I think it only can only test or something in the beginning for it. Oh, yikes. Keep getting into chiggers. Yeah, I've been fortunate that I just get one or two or three mosquito bites here and there, and
yeah.
something around is eating our ticks, and I'm very grateful for it. I don't know what, but super grateful. Probably all the birds. We have a lot of birds in South Florida.
We have a lot of birds too, and
Yeah, we have
and
those ibis are wonderful. They will eat all kinds of stuff.
everybody's like, get those stupid birds. What are those called?
Very cute. No,
Um,
come on up, Carol. Kentucky has enough room for Floridians.
mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? Let's try this, Storms. We'll get the New Yorkers that moved to Florida up there first. And then you'll probably want to move down here with all that rush that we had. Lots of people came here.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would not want to get into chickers. Thank you.
yeah. Chiggers are not fun.
Let's see, where? Oh, I
Oh,
was reading cues.
but the worst is turkey lice. That is the worst.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They get
What are,
like under your skin.
there's these
Ooh,
little like black
Oh,
bugs that look like balls. They're like little tiny balls. Do you know what those are?
they look like tiny, tiny
do they
balls.
roll up to balls? Are they like the roly polies? I mean, I don't
No.
know.
They're tiny, tiny little things. They're about the size of a large tick, but they almost look like a little like BB, but they
Hmm.
have legs.
Ooh,
Oh,
that's gross.
There's all kinds of gross stuff here.
Yeah, I have spiders. They help me with my garden too, Sierra. I agree. They do help. That's for sure. But so do the lizards. I'm grateful for lizards. That might be too why we have a lower tick population thanks to the lizards. Woo. Although I did find out the iguanas, and I found that out on the deer meat for dinner. The iguanas are scaring off our ducks and our birds, and they're not mating along the waterways because the iguanas are freaking them out and they're leaving the waterways, like even our native birds. So that's why we have to get rid of these iguanas that are taking over down here because all the water birds are struggling. They just leave because I don't know if the iguanas are getting opportunistic too, but he said part of it is just it stresses the birds out and they won't have kids. They won't procreate. Go to Kentucky. Yeah, that's true, Passamaquoddy. He wants us to come to Kentucky, but he said he might be moving. What kind of trap is that? What is
why is he moving?
that?
I didn't hear this.
The Kansas bugs common plagues. Oh gosh, currently we're working our way through a moth plague. That is gross. They're everywhere. Yeah, and then you go to kill them and there's like the moth dust on everything. Like they leave a little imprint behind.
I'm trying to look for this bug.
Yeah, I definitely don't want to see moths in my garden. That's not good. Even butterflies, I saw a new butterfly. I'm like, oh, what is this? And then it said about like radishes, and I still have that radish I'm trying to get to go to seed. And I was like, yeah, you're a pretty little butterfly. Get out of here.
But I'm here for dinner.
Get out of here. Oh, your rice hasn't sprouted. According to instructions, they sprout in about a week and a half to 2 weeks. It's been longer than that, kind of. Oh, I'm sorry, Storms.
I gotta go buy more corn seed tomorrow because mine didn't sprout.
Mm.
But
And you-
I have that chipmunk.
Ah,
Oh,
You
he
digging
has
it up.
been digging holes in my strawberry beds and planting walnuts.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh.
time to
They
take
are-
them out. It sounds like.
Yeah. How do you get rid of those? How do you get rid of a
Oh, they're
chipmunk?
quick.
Huh?
They're quick.
Yeah, they're fast. They're like cute little rodents too. But they're rodents.
BJ
So,
named it Alvin.
hey, Willie, grow what's up? Eat the chipmunk. I can say I have never had that always, but
No.
it seems fair. Are they good? I know cultures like they keep guinea pigs and use that as a meat source. Never really appealed to me. It didn't seem like it had enough meat on it, but I can see how people could keep it and it would be easy. And it's like rodent family, so it would procreate quickly. I think is it Peru? I forget which culture. It's probably quite a few cultures, but uh-oh.
Oh, that's the first time we've ever had a chipmunk problem. It's usually the rabbits, but
Yeah. Uh-oh.
squirrels.
I forget what they put on the roses. It was my friend's. Her mom's like really nice roses. The chipmunk kept coming over and eating the roses right off the plant. She was like, damn it, chipmunk. Chipmunk got my roses again. But I forget what they bought. They bought some kind of powder or something. Put it
I have
on.
these flowers. They're like, to my shoulders, and they're big and beautiful, and they're just whatever. And then one morning I come out and they're flat, like totally flat. So we're in the garage one night and we're watching my son's dog, and the chipmunk hangs out like right around the house. So all of a sudden, my son's dog goes running from the garage to my flowers and just pounces in them.
Oh.
Just and you could hear that chipmunk.
Did it get it?
No.
Missed it. We need to borrow Barry's cats maybe and put it on a leash, a long leash, and let it get the chipmunk.
But I was like, yep, that's what happened to those other flowers.
Let me see if I can show this because
yeah, they really do like that stuff. That's terrible how they like the flowers. And you're waiting for your flowers to come up. So are they.
this thing. Can you guys see that?
Let me hold on. I got it. What the?
Oh.
Is it like a ladybug that doesn't fly but really tiny? Oh, it's like a little beetle?
Yeah. My mother-in-law has them like all in her room.
Okay, side chat. What is that?
What is that? It doesn't give the answer. It's maddening.
Oh, I hate that. Because somebody they didn't know. Probably either. Those are crazy, tiny.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
And it's really, really tiny and they're like really hard to kill.
Ooh.
Like a beetle would be, you know.
Fleas are hard to kill too. You have to like usually squish them between your nails to get them.
Yeah.
Maybe it's made out of the same exoskeleton. There's your word for the night. Your Scrabble word.
Exoskeleton, yeah.
Exoskeleton. I can barely get it out of my mouth this late at night.
Well, we don't have those here, so I don't know.
Let me keep on.
You all don't have any cheap aluminum pie pans? You're going to have to go out and get some Mrs. Smith's frozen pies when you go for that big when you do that big grocery shopping haul, you're going to have to bring home Mrs. Smith's. Then you'll have, it's probably easier to just buy the pie tins on Amazon, but not as tasty.
Yeah. Carpet beetle, she said.
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like it. It might be one stage of it. Yeah. It's showing like that before they get.
Ugh. Okay.
So they call them carpet beetles. Why? Because they like carpet?
Yeah,
Or, because they probably like carpet things once they find
yeah, Q.
Right. $10 word for the day. Yes, your exoskeleton is your $10 word for Scrabble.
The spy bug, yeah.
Never. We use the what's that stuff called? I want to take it down from here. Oh, darn it. Now I can't think of the name of the stuff. It's to clean clothes. We used it. Borax. Right? We used that in the carpet. You sprinkle it on the carpet. And then I was in my brother's room because he had a cat that didn't have flea control on it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay.
And they got him. Yeah.
We use Frontline, and I'm so thankful because I'll be petting Norman, and then there's like a dead tick under his arm because it works for ticks too. So it's like,
we've used it, and now our dog is too kind of sensitive for that stuff. So I don't know. We're gonna use the Adams shampoo, maybe. I've used the Dawn, and that works, but then I've got to use the mane and tail on her.
Right.
So to soften her up after that because it's so stripping. Apparently spiders will eat carpet beetles. There you go. So she just has to put a few spiders in her mother-in-law.
My mother-in-law
just set these free in here, Mom.
Is a kind of she's not a clean freak. She's very neat and very organized and very tidy. And, but she's a bug freak. She cannot. I mean, she walks around the house because right now we have the baby chicks right outside the door. So flies are getting in the house, and everybody hates that, and she hates it extra, and so
they can be it can be poisonous to your pets. Old ways, but then it's like the ticks can too if you don't catch the ticks in time. Like such a diatomaceous earth is great for killing fleas. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. I have plenty of that.
Me too. But then how does that? Well, I have the edible one, the food safe. I just didn't know if it's safe for the animals.
And a lot of
Okay.
those diatomaceous earth, even the food safe stuff, comes with that little squeeze thing,
Mm-hmm.
so you can just.
Yeah, I didn't get that. My friend gave me mine. So
Mm, yeah.
it was when people were saying you can drink it and it'll help if you have any parasites. You can drink it and it'll flush parasites out of you.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, fly strips is what I was thinking old ways too. Put up those fly strips for.
Rosemary
Hmm.
oil.
Or
Rosemary
mint
oil
oil.
is
Yeah.
good for a lot of things.
Yeah. It's strong though too. You have to be careful. Well,
Yeah.
it's going in a shampoo, so it should be fine.
And
Mm-hmm.
tea tree oil. We
Mm-hmm.
use that a lot for
Mm.
the ducks.
Yeah, I do have those oils. That's true. Try. I have to do a test though on her.
Yeah. Well, it's good to do a test on anything that you try new on a pet or person.
Yeah. She's just getting so sensitive to stuff. It's just
Yeah. My
age.
lab's like that. He's he's got a band-aid on his foot too, but it's because he's gotten, he's probably allergic to another thing that we don't know about, and
Mm.
he worries on it, meaning just
Yeah.
nips.
Now Norman's wasn't like he didn't get bit by a spider, did he?
He
The
got
way it
probably bit by something, and then
and he
just
just went
and it
maybe.
was healing with I was using a VetRx on it,
Hmm.
and it was healing with that, and then he started licking it all the time,
And when he
and
went licked it.
then he developed a very bad infection in it, and it turned green and it
Oh
smelled.
gosh.
I mean, it's still like the size of a dime. It's and this is the last day of a very long regimen of antibiotics. And
Ooh.
so after this weekend, if he doesn't heal up, we're taking him back in. And
Yeah. I'm
so
surprised there's like not washes and like that you can do for him to
right.
help them heal, or you know how they have. Well, I don't know if they have it for dogs, like how they have stuff for burn victims that are
Mm-hmm.
certain bandages.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Berta Bob, welcome, welcome. A little
Hi.
late.
Yeah.
Wow, CR says it's 71 degrees there, 49 where Passamaquoddy is in New Hampshire. And CR, what side of Canada are you on? I forget.
It's 61 here.
I forget what it was today. We
It's
had like
58 here.
overcast.
All my baby birds are under the heat lamp. Not heat lamp, but heat plate. They're so cute. Even though they're meat birds, they're cute.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna put our chickens in the chicken coop tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yay!
Nice.
It's the first
Hey,
time
baby.
any chickens have been in there in 8 months.
Mm.
That's fine.
How many did you lose with that? That
23 or 28.
Hey, Andy. Oh, thanks for coming in from
I
10.
think it was
Thank
just
you.
one. I mean, because that's
It was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Eat more
that was
chicken.
horrible. I'm so sorry.
No.
It's
Will it grow?
farming. I mean, you get
Yeah.
you're gonna have livestock, you're gonna have dead stock. I understand that, but if an animal would eat it, I can understand that better. But
Yeah.
you
I
can't
lost
do
I
them.
lost like 5 meat birds at once to an owl. And I mean, it just ate the heads off of it. And it was just like,
Yeah.
okay. And
My girlfriend lost her flock to a raccoon who ate the throats out of all the chickens.
yeah.
Can't think of it. I was going to say the gullet, but that's not it. What's it called? I can't think of the part. Crop. The crop.
Yeah.
Gullet. I don't know where that word came from. Sorry. Yeah, it's 77 down here. That's weird. And we're like in hurricane season, but we're also supposed to get more rain. Lovely.
Hmm.
And it looks like it's going to happen through the weekend. I hope not. I need to get out there and get stuff
Yeah.
done.
We're going to get rain on Sunday.
Duncan said she lost.
And maybe Thursday.
Yeah, I hope you guys get rain. The ones
Yeah,
that
we
are
need the
dry.
rain.
Oh, excellent. Oh.
Send it to those who need rain.
As long as I can get my coop done tomorrow.
Right? That's how I
Yeah.
feel. Can I get something done? Wow, 6 ducks to a mink, too. Duncan lost 6. All 6 of her ducks. They're stinkers, man.
That was on my property in Oregon, CR.
I can see why people decided to make some fur coats out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Saying.
I'm sure we have minks here, but I haven't seen any. We have a lot of woodchucks. And I don't know if they'll eat livestock or animals.
What in the world, old ways? No blood. How did they do that? They just shook them to death? 25 chickens killed by trained fighting pit bulls. No blood. And didn't eat them, just killed them.
Pit bulls do shake.
Yeah, they'll shake things. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm thinking. They shook them to death. That's terrible.
Break their neck.
They have I was in the line I was so happy. I was like, oh, we've got a certain store that's a farm supply store.
Mm-hmm.
And I went out there and I'm behind this guy in line and he's talking to his buddy basically about how they train their pit bulls and talking about getting those not ducklings, I mean little baby chicks feeding to the pit bulls.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, what the heck? I did not need to hear that. And that's why I won't be moving out west of me. And then, of course, the big C happened and nobody can afford to move where there's land if you were east of it anyway. Because of the housing prices up down here have gone through the roof. And especially if you're sitting on land.
Yeah.
Because there's not much of it left here.
Right. Well, you guys have so many waterways that it's like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's funny because people will be like, oh, I got a house on a lake. Yeah, because a Floridian didn't want it.
Yeah.
Because we know it's in that lake.
Yeah.
And if it has a fountain, we know it's snakes like that too.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you enjoy that lake view. You might want to get a gun. I mean, a loaded broomstick. Because we don't say that word. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, I looked that up and thought, I didn't even know, to go back to the plants, I didn't know we had a lot of native edibles, which was kind of cool to find out.
Yeah.
So they'll have a better chance of surviving in your area if it is a native.
Yeah.
Compared to others. The only thing is I would love to be able to afford the nematodes that eat the bad nematodes.
Mm-hmm.
Like good nematodes. I've seen those on organic websites.
Yeah.
But it looks like they have to do it every year.
Yeah.
And
yeah, there was
wasn't cheap.
1870s used to do that. Used to buy those.
Oh, 1870s homestead.
Yeah.
Did they notice like a big difference, or did they say?
Did, yeah.
They must. Okay.
But
yeah, don't build a house upon. Thanks, always. Don't build my house upon the sand if I'm stuck here. Thanks. Actually, mine's on the swamp. I think mine's on like the hammock groves and stuff. But yeah, still sand.
Oh, that's good. You can hear us now.
Uh-oh. Watch what we say. We've been pretty good.
We're talking about Robert now. He can hear us.
We better. Robert, I'm glad to at least see your eye and not that terrible photograph of Danny that you had there. That's what he said it was. It was Danny.
Danny.
Looking. Looked like a Leatherface or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
some kind of horror character.
Put the lotion in the basket.
Something. Yikes. Get the hose. I think I told him that about getting the hose. There's what's it? Let's try. I'm trying to think. What's Rich's channel that put out that interesting video today where you're the little toad that goes meow, 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 meow. That was pretty funny. Rich did a very good edit.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Get to see that yet, Janice?
Mm-mm.
Oh my gosh. He made
did that?
Q. He made Q that GIF of that toad that's all puffed up, that kind of
Mhm.
is in the GIFs that looks all puffy.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find the name of this. I'm having like a brain fart moment. Oh, it's going to be like 2 way up in the feed from our group. It was in the big group
I
this
stayed
morning.
away from the internet today.
Good for you.
It's this morning. I was just
Probably
like,
got,
"No, I'm not dealing."
yeah.
So
Well, you probably got stuff done though. I would if I'm gonna like put this in a lockbox and just get more stuff done.
we're cutting fence and putting in gates so we can put the cows back in the new lot.
Yeah.
But BJ didn't want me to have to haul water, so I was like, well, let's put a gate here so I can water here.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah. So you were doing work. I can't find it. Oh, Gardening Done All Wrong is the channel.
Okay.
It was his latest one, I'm pretty sure, unless he put another one out.
Oh,
Hey, our Urban Homestead Annette, good to see you. It's your afternoon. Oh my. Yeah, it's almost time for me to go to bed.
We got
1:27 a.m. Yeah, I'm gonna call in just a little bit.
Our urban
I know.
homestead.
Must be nice to talk to people in the chat. We need to figure that out, old ways. We miss you over there.
Yes.
We'll miss you. Or we miss you. And we might have to put you in a smaller chat with us. Us rebels.
Us rebels. Yeah.
Us rebels. It's rebel rousers. My solar panel was supposed to be here yesterday, but it didn't get it. Oh,
no.
I hope you get it. I hope nothing happens to it. You seem to get pretty much all your stuff, right, Passamaquoddy? I felt bad because the first big package I got sent when I didn't have like a first stuff to put my first aid stuff in was Ginger Ninja sent me this package, and in it she had a bag that opened like a doctor's bag, but I didn't know it was supposed to be a surprise, and all these cute little things in it. I get the box, finally it's destroyed pretty much, but put back together. You know, it looks like it's been through a war, and yeah, they took the bag out. That's why it had been through a war. It was during that, you know, the big C stuff, when people were breaking into postal.
We get all our stuff, but sometimes we have to go pick it up at the post office.
Yeah.
Because they don't want to deliver to our road, down our road. Especially after a rain. They're like, no. I don't have 4-wheel drive. No, sorry.
You would think that in certain states they would give them 4-wheel drive.
Yeah. You think
they've been delivering the mail long enough in those states that they know the conditions. Like,
well, they say, well, you're a mile and a half from your mailbox. We don't have to deliver to your house. So
wow.
We want to put a box by our mailbox. They said we can do that.
Oh yeah, like a lockbox. I've seen those. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be good. Might be a good idea.
Yeah.
Because like, how far do you have to drive to go back and get the package at the post office for you guys?
It's about 10 miles.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So it's worth it.
Totally worth it. Hey, Ragnarok. Good to see you.
Yeah, Ragnarok, I haven't seen you in a long time.
It's great to see you, man.
I haven't seen anybody in a long time. So.
Yeah, you've been a little busy building a house and stuff, That's all.
Hey,
Hey,
Gare.
Gare, what's up?
I've been doing a lot of reading, so
Oh,
at
okay.
night, anyways,
Yeah. That's good
instead
for
of
the
going to
brain.
lives.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's good, though. You need the rest when you guys are really, especially, and you're going to be doing like a lot of work still, getting
yeah,
it ready.
well, just the land. This was raw land with nothing on it, and
Yeah.
it's like
And now you got a house on it. It's so
now we have
crazy.
a house on it with electricity and
It's so
air
crazy.
conditioning.
That's awesome.
You
It's
know,
really
I
awesome.
tell you, the first time I flushed a toilet or ran the water in this house, I was like,
It's a house. It's real. It's
yeah.
functioning.
I think that was bigger than the electricity.
Mhm.
It was a big deal.
Oh, did you guys figure out like what's the deal with the pressure, the water pressure? You were saying you
It's
were
just
having
water volume. We don't have enough water volume. We only get like half a gallon a minute, and so there's not enough. The pressure's there, so it comes out of the tap fast. But because there's not, I don't know. It's hard to describe.
there's
That's why
just
we
not
need
enough.
to do a water catchment system on top of our
Mhm.
regular water. So
Okay. Yeah, that makes
we've,
sense.
we've been fine. I mean, we haven't like run into an issue where we're out of water or anything like that. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
just, yeah.
No, because I just remembered you mentioning it and I didn't know if that it had, it was something else and you guys got it fixed.
What size pipe? I don't know. I don't know these things. You're talking to the wrong person, Tien.
Maybe they didn't. Who knows? Like, yeah. I've heard that though. Sometimes it can be just the diameter of the pipe. I don't remember where I heard that though.
We only
Maybe
get
it was
we
you
only
and
get half a gallon a minute though. So we get 700 gallons a day. So as long as we don't go over that, we're good.
Ian. Apparently,
Pipe
pipe
size
size
matters.
matters. Yeah, when you're dealing with water volume.
Hmm.
Makes sense.
Hmm. I don't know what size though. So
Power inverter. Passamaquoddy and Storms must be talking about something else.
Solar panels.
Yeah. Oh, they're still talking about the solar panel. Okay. Yeah, I don't have. Okay. You would think I live in South Florida that I would have solar panels already, but well, we got a roof first, and nobody's going up on that roof. We're not
right,
doing that.
right,
Plus, I've heard that people are paying twice somehow with the solar panels, like doing that
right.
program.
Somebody said, "Oh, you should do solar panels instead of running the electric," but it was 10,000 more to do solar panels than running our electric. And they're like, "Well, you can get the payback." Well, if we did the payback, you have to have electrical power run to your house. So
Oh,
it would be 50,000 plus 50 some thousand plus our 48,000 that we ran the power to the house. So that would be,
yeah.
you're looking at 100 grand just so you can get payback.
Yeah. When does
And
the
it just doesn't equate.
back? Yeah. Will it
Yeah.
grow? Plumbing works great. Yeah, it just works a little too often. Will it grow? We've seen you on lives. There's a lot of plumbing checks that are going on. We're a little concerned.
Yeah.
We're praying
Yeah.
for you, will it grow? Praying for you.
All
Definitely.
right, y'all. I'm gonna hop down and
I'm gonna close it out.
I gotta
Guys,
get up
thank you
early.
so much for coming. We really appreciate you being here. Have a good night. And we will see you hopefully next Fri-Yay. And prior to me on Fri-Yay, Laura will be going live now. What time are you starting?
8 o'clock. 8
Okay,
o'clock
from 8.
Central, so that's 9 o'clock Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 9 Eastern, we'll be over at Laura's hopefully, and then Fri-Yay later on. So we will see you guys later. Say your Southern goodbyes, but I'm gonna end the broadcast. You can stick around for a second, Janice, if you can. I'll show
Okay.
you how that works.